Hello everyone, welcome to our video tutorial on IT Professional Elective 2, which is Data Scalability and Analytics. So in this video tutorial, we will know the basic information or the introduction of Google Sheet. The Google Sheet is actually an application that we'll be using in this subject. However, before we go through to Google Sheet application, there are things that we need to answer about this question. So, what is Google Sheet? Okay. So, next is what type of spreadsheet is a Google Sheet, and the next is how versatile a Google Sheet, and the last is advantages of Google Sheet over traditional spreadsheet software. Okay. So, what is Google Sheet? Actually, Google Sheet is a spreadsheet program. Okay. So when we say spreadsheet program, this is different from word processing program or presentation program. A spreadsheet program is just like the application commonly used for accounting purposes, like the Microsoft Excel. Okay. So in the screen, this is an example of the Microsoft Excel. There are lots of menus, buttons, and the very important part of the spreadsheet program is the worksheet that contains the cells that contains columns and rows, and of course hundreds or thousands of cells. Okay, so the Microsoft Excel is basically the same with the this one, the Google Sheet. Okay, so Google Sheet is a web-based application. Okay? Just like other applications around, there are many web-based applications. So you can only use this application when there is an internet. That's the main idea of web-based application. It is an online application. So Google Sheet is actually part of the Google package application. Okay, just like those applications include the Google Docs for web-based word processing, Google Slides for online presentation. Okay, drawings, Google Drawings, okay? uh, and many more. Google Forms and Google Keep, and many more. Okay, so Google Sheet is part of a package of Google application. Okay, so Google Sheet was developed by Google company. As name implies, the Google Sheet, Google developed by the Google company. Okay, so the uh, the difference between the Microsoft Excel and the Google Sheet is that the Microsoft Excel um, will be installed on a desktop or laptop having having an operating system, a Windows. And when you want to use a spreadsheet Microsoft Excel, of course, you need to install it, and then if you want to run that Microsoft Excel, you have to double click or to open that icon. Okay, without internet. Okay, without internet. But in Google Sheet, it's not installable. As long as you have a web browser. Okay, the requirements are you must have an internet. Okay, and you must have a web browser because um, Google Sheet developed using the JavaScript programming codes. Okay, so having said about the Google Sheet, um, it is a web-based application using using a web browser. So we must use a web browser in order to execute the Google Sheet. And what are these web browsers? Like for example, Opera, okay? Web browsers like Opera or the Mozilla, Firefox, or the Microsoft Edge, or Chrome, the Google Chrome. Okay, so these are web browsers. So when you have internet, then a web browser, you can execute a Google Sheet. So again, a Google Sheet is a spreadsheet program used for simple to extensive computation, especially used for accounting purposes, okay, and even statistic purposes. Okay. So the next is, what type of spreadsheet is a Google Sheet? So as I've mentioned a while back, a Google Sheet is a web-based spreadsheet. Okay, and it works from any platform. Can be used in a desktop computer, can be used in a laptop computer as long there is an internet, and also it can be used in small devices like smartphone or iPhone. Okay, so the its nature is that it can be used any devices. Okay, as long as there is an internet. Okay, so another thing is, as compared to Microsoft Excel, the Google Sheet is free. Okay? It is always free. Okay, you don't need license fee to use Google Sheet. It is free, 100% free. Unlike Microsoft Excel, which is proprietary or commercial program, you need to have license fee. Okay, and then you have to pay that license key or code to Microsoft in order to use it fully. Okay, so Google Sheet is free. Okay, and if we want to compare the Microsoft Excel to Google Sheet, actually, uh, Google Sheet has many functions and formulas, the same with Microsoft Excel. Meaning to say, in other words, uh, all, okay, almost all functions, formulas in the Microsoft Excel are also in the Google Sheet. Okay, these two spreadsheets are powerful. Okay, so that's it about the uh, type of spreadsheet regarding Google Sheet. Okay, so how versatile a Google Sheet? Now, uh, if we want to compare Google Sheet and a Microsoft Excel, actually Google Sheet is more versatile. It is because it is an online application. The manner of sharing, that is the key. That's the keyword of the Google Sheet or other application of Google. That the sharing of files to other users, as long as there is a Gmail account or an email account from Google, and then share it to users. That document can be edited. Okay, that document can be viewed and rewrite by other users. Okay, the idea of collaborations of document, that is the one advantage of a Google Sheet. Okay, So, for example, for a certain project made by a group, okay, a group consisting several members. Okay, one member created that project, and then other groups can be used or can be read and rewrite that project shared by one member of the group. Okay, so that is one advantages of Google Sheet. Okay, so and of course, just like Microsoft Excel, the Microsoft Excel has many add-ons or many extension functions. Just and also Google Sheet have also that kind of features. Okay. So and another thing, since it is that this application runs or executed in the cloud. Okay, it is a cloud computing technology, a Google application. Always that the document is clean or the application is clean, no virus, okay, infected. There will be no virus of the documents when we are using the Google Sheet or other application, because the Google server automatically scan the viruses or other malicious program before you use the document or before you use the application. And another thing, since it is an online application, uh, it is automatically uh, updating you its content. Okay, it automatically update its content. Unlike in Microsoft Excel, there are several versions like Microsoft Excel 2010, Microsoft Excel, and then once in the next 2 years or the next 3 years, there comes the 2013, and you have to buy again that Microsoft Excel, another cost again, another license fee again, and then it comes 2016, another version again, another cost again. You have to pay again the license. So that's what the drawback of the Microsoft Excel. It is commercial or proprietary, and of course you have to buy the license codes if you want to keep updating that program. That is the Microsoft Excel. While in the Google Sheet, um, you don't need to do that. Okay, there's no license fee. It is free and automatically updating its features and its component. Okay, so I think those questions displayed here, I believe, uh, are answered. Okay, but actually, if you have questions, you can put some comments or you can ask questions from the comment box. Then I will be glad to answer. Okay. So that's it for now. Actually, this lessons is just an introduction of Google Sheet, and maybe for the next lesson we will discuss about the basic operation or how to open, how to manipulate several features of the Google Sheet. So now this video ends. Okay, so have a nice day.